Hey everyone, welcome to day 36. As I said yesterday, I'll be following alongside a project. I haven't started yet, so I'll start now. I'm not sure if I'll record me watching the project and following along, or if I'll just record the end result. But I reckon I'll sprinkle in. I think I'll record the whole process, but maybe I'll just edit it so you maybe only the parts where I'm actually talking. But first of all, I already know that how it's gonna work is we're gonna first create a config map for the we're doing MongoDB, by the way. We'll be using MongoDB as the service. So we'll first be making a config map for the MongoDB endpoint, and then we'll obviously have secrets for the user and password. And then next we'll move on to deployment and service. And then for the deployment and service for MongoDB application that with the internal service, and then we'll move on to the external service with our own web application. So yeah, let's see how it goes. So first of all, I already prepared a file, right? And I'm gonna make the files mongo config for the config map. YAML mongo secret YAML. So there'll be we'll do these first. So obviously I have a Copilot that can help me out, but let's just go on to I spelled it wrong. Let's see if those two. Yep. Okay, so we'll just copy. Let's see. Just copy this, right, and then change it to what do we call it? Mongo config namespace Mongo. Yep. And for data, okay, guys, I suggest you guys follow along too. But pretty much what we'll do is we'll make our own. We'll just make one key and value pair called Mongo URL. What was it called? I think just Mongo service, and we'll see. We'll show how to make the service later. But next, for now, let's move on to secrets. Make sure to save. Let's move on to secrets. Once again, let's go over here. Now, if you guys remember, the passwords need to be encoded, so let's go ahead and do that. I think I'm on desktop. What? Okay, sorry. There we go, and let's just. Okay, just like that, we have our user and password, and that should be that. Let's move on to the next file. Next, let's create a file called mongo.yaml. This will be for deployment and service. Put in one for because they belong together. Okay, as you can see, the default is Nginx, so we'll obviously need to change it to MongoDB. Let's go to Docker Hub. Let's go Mongo. Let's see some tags. So in the video they actually use 5.0, so I think I'll just use it too, just to keep it consistent. Okay, so as you can see, MongoDB's port is 27017. So let's change the port to 27017. The image, change the name to MongoDB. The image was Mongo, I believe just 5.0. Yeah, just Mongo 5.0. So as you can see, there's still a bunch of Nginx explanation to what these actually are. So here you can see we have labels, but here we have match labels. So this is very important in deployment. Imagine you have a lot of replicas, a lot of different services pods running at the same time, and you want to like categorize them together. That's where match labels come in. So for example, if I called before it was Nginx, so all of these will match with this, and so it will read all of that, everything with the label Nginx, right? But now let's change it to Mongo. Now it won't read any of this because these labels are not the same as the match label. So let's just make it to something we can read. And once again, replicas is just how many replicas you want. Let's change it to 1 for now because, as you know, this is a database, and if you want to create replicas of database, you should use, I believe, stateful set. Yeah, that's right, stateful set. So let's just use 1 now. So after we finish deployment, let's go move on to service. Because as we said, we'll put both together. And here we should keep everything the same and make sure target port is targeting the container port is the same. And lastly, let's make the web application. And let's copy all the deployment and services over, but let's change up the name. Like so. Make sure to keep images the same. And next we'll actually go to Nana's Docker Hub and pull copy the image. And for there, and copy it into here. And this is as she said, is a very simple Node.js, which goes on the port, starts on the port 3000. So let's change all of that. And yeah, this is just the basic deployment service of any cluster. Next, I think we'll move on to passing the secret data to Mongo deployment. So let's go ahead and do that. So this next part is a little bit complicated. So here we see that, so here environment is actually a requirement in order to run any MongoDB service. So we'll need to follow that. So let's make an env. Oh look, oh my, wow, this is very useful. Wow, yeah, so wow, it just did it for me. That's very nice. Well, and then wow, even the next part is done for me. Oh, look at that. Well, pretty much thanks to VS Code Copilot, they just did all that for me, but pretty much we need to reference this, right, and the env, so name that, and then what we do is we give it a value, but we want to pull from secrets, right? We're going to pull these values, so we go value from, and then secret key reference, the name is Mongo secret, key is Mongo user. and same with the other. So now when the starts, a user with these credentials will be made. Now that we got the secrets passed to the database, we need to next pass the config to the web app. So the reason why secrets has to go here is because this is obviously the internal one where we don't need to show anyone, but next is the external one, and so we need to pass the config into here. So this is very similar. Maybe once again, let's see if it will do it for me. Yeah, wow, look at that. Beautiful. So this time, very similar to before. I think the name is a little bit off. Oh, wait. Yeah. Now this is hard-coded, right? So anytime we change anything in these files, this will also change alongside it, which is very good, right? So now that it's configured to the database, we'll need to now connect it to an external service. Yeah, well, VS Code already knows. So type node port. Right, that will be external, but now we need to add. Oops. Let's see if it'll do as well. Nope, that's alright. Node port. Now, node port has to be within 3000 and 3276. So let's just follow along with what they said and just go 3001. Okay, so now let's apply all of these. So we'll do it in this order because this one references that one references that, so it's always good to do it in that order. So apply F for the file name, and then there we go. Now let's just do that for all of them. Oh, maybe I didn't save. Yeah, sorry. Make sure to save, otherwise it won't pair. This one's just Mongo, and then this one is web app. There we go. Now we applied all of that. As you can see here, every time I made one, it will say secret Mongo created, and deployment created, and service created. So let's just go into, let's just see if everything is there. So you have to see we have MongoDB deployment, web app deployment still creating. Oh, I think there's an error. Let's check up on that. This one's good. This one's still creating, and these all good. So okay, I think I know why that was happening. From terminal, you can see I did describe, get all, and then here describe pod web app deployment, set the key Mongo users config map secret. So I'm guessing right here I'm supposed to do secret key ref. Save that. We'll try it again. Okay, found the other issue. I accidentally used underscores here, so we'll try everything again. Save. Okay, much better. Okay, my moment of truth. Let's try and see if we can run this application on on our browser. Let's run right, come on. Okay, I made a few errors, so I'm gonna restart and do everything again by applying everything. Mongo config, Mongo secret, Mongo, and finally Mongo web app. Okay, looking good. Everything's running, but okay guys, I'm at the last step and I can't seem to figure out why it's not loading. Feels like there shouldn't be anything wrong with this. Not sure, maybe it's just outdated. I can't really confirm. If you guys know what might be wrong, please let me know. But yeah, this took a while. I'll have to edit it as well, so I'm gonna stop it here. Maybe I'll be able to figure it out tomorrow, but we'll see. But anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys tomorrow.